Is that background real?
It is real, yes.
Oh, you're standing out like an angel in the
you look very
sky.
streamlined, man. It's very impressive.
I moved my desk, so now I'm facing the window, so now I get the natural light coming.
I see.
Look at you, man.
Where are you calling from? Where are you, Alex?
I am in the Chicago suburbs.
I see.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
So, which first I'll start out, love the show. It was one of my favorite shows of all time when I was a kid. So it was destination viewing. And then when it came back, I had that concern, are they going to do it right? Are they going to change it into CGI? Yeah, I mean, are you happy with how it's turned out? I mean, do you think that it lives up to the legacy of the original run of the show?
No, you know, the first one, we were all so happy with the first run of Animaniacs, and we were very content that it turned out as well as it did. And if we had to leave it, we were happy to leave it as it was because it was so good. But thankfully, the new team got it, and they are the best. You know, we got like the dream team of people behind the show. They're doing an amazing job in every way, artistically and musically, and with the scripts and everything else. So yes, we are extremely happy and very relieved. We knew when they brought Mr. Spielberg back on board that it wasn't going to be bad. Right. But these guys have taken it to a great new level, and we couldn't be prouder of them.
Yeah.
When we our approach was we tried to just make more of the original show, but do it in the modern times and make fun of keep all those pop reference. The same tone is basically tonally exactly the same. We were worried what the fans would think, honestly. Like me personally, I was like very scared because it's such reverence, you know, and it was a huge relief when it came out that like it's such a positive review, you know. So positive. Everybody loved it, you know, so it was a huge relief.
Because we were just recording them and, you know, hadn't seen the final result. I didn't feel any real shock or surprise when it did premiere this iteration, and that it was just as good, or if not better, than the original Animaniacs. Because I had such confidence in what we had recorded, and it seemed good to me. So, you know, I just thought, yeah, it's going to be great. And of course, that doesn't take into consideration all the blood, sweat, and tears that Gabe and Wellesley and all the others put into the show. But it was real easy for me.
The great news, Alex, is that at its heart, Animaniacs has always been like a benignly subversive satire of current events and things that deserve to maybe have a needle stuck in them. So as long as pop culture and politics and the climate of the world keeps producing stuff to be made fun of, we will have an Animaniacs.
And it's really great watching the show. And there was going back and watching the original episodes of the original iteration, it holds up today and it's so great. But watching these new ones, it kind of made me feel old, but in a good way, because there's the one where Wakko is trying to log into a video game and it's just taking forever. And that to me, like if I'm thinking of my childhood, that would be waiting in line at the video store to get a video. Whereas now for my kids, and they're watching these kinds of things and that's what they're waiting for and complaining about. But it's spot on because it's that extreme satire of what we all go through day to day with our devices and everything like that. So
what's cool now, man, is that you can sit on the couch and watch it with your little ones, and you're going to catch stuff that they won't catch, just like your parents did when you watched it all those years ago. You know,
absolutely. And there was multiple times in these episodes that we were given for screeners that I had to pause it and rewind it and think, did they actually just say that a kids show?
Surprise.
Me too, buddy.
And I mean, that's the best thing, is that it works on those multiple levels. And when I was talking to Rob and Maurice, I was telling them this series is very much like the Muppets, where you watch it through that lens of a kid and it feels innocent and hilarious. And then you watch it through a lens of an adult, you're like, I don't think they're going to get that. But when they do, they're going to laugh even harder than they did the first time.
God bless you, man. Into the truth. Thank you.
So for this iteration, I mean, this is season 2. This was all done pre-COVID. This was done before everything went down. Was there anything that came up in these episodes, and maybe Gabe, this is a question for you, that had to be edited or changed in order to reflect all these things that have happened?
Not so much like make commentary on it, but there was a couple brain plans were a little too similar to current events that we had to change, and one whole segment was actually pulled from this season that hopefully will make it in a later season. But we were pretty much, almost completely finished with that segment before all this stuff went down, so.
Wow.
We continued to make the show during COVID, during the lockdown too. So we never stopped. All the artists and writers and everybody just kept going, so that was great.
So from a creative standpoint, making a show that's animated and you're recording voices, did any of this pandemic change how the production of the show went forward? Did that change for any of you?
I couldn't figure out how to work my microphone, but other than that, it was fine.
Yeah, I think the hardest for everybody, I think it was the voice acting was probably the hardest actually, because they couldn't get in the booth. They had to record from home. I mean, we just need the voices, and we can all sit at our house and draw, or we can write or get on Zoom meetings. But like for them, we needed them to have a mic, and I think that was the hardest part. And then also the live performances with the music was also like a big difference, because we couldn't get everybody in a room to do the orchestra. We had to record everything separately and then pull it all back in later. So it was a lot more work, but I think everyone did a really good job of keeping the quality up through all that,
I can interject, man. There's a process that we do in animation called ADR, and it's pretty wild, Alex, where you fill in stuff after the fact. It's been animated, and we have to go in and customize things like screams when you're falling off a building, or a yell if you go underwater and then you come up out of the water. And there's certain things that we are blessed to be intrinsically pretty good at, and ADR was always like that. It was never that hard. Well, when you do ADR in your closet with a video that is lagging the screen that they're looking at, or it's getting stuck and it's not moving, and they're going, well, we can see it, so just scream for like 4 seconds, and you do a scream. No, it's got to be more hysterical at the beginning and then less at the end. You can't see it. Dude, that was enough, man. I mean, I'm a pretty chill guy, but I basically wanted to destroy my computer after that one. That was nuts.
The day he could get into the booth, he was there. The day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
never had a problem. They said, "Would you? Are you okay going into this?" Yes. Yes.
Today.
Whenever today. I never had a problem going into the studio. It's just like from home. No.
Yeah, God. Oh my God. Yeah.
No, we like to go into the studio and be with each other, and yeah.
So are there plans?
Cars.
Are there plans moving forward with Animaniacs should the future continue to be as bright and everybody still loves the show? And I know they will after having seen these episodes and how much fun it is. Are there plans in place for addressing, again, 2020 in future episodes, or giving it that Pinky in the Brain or that Animaniacs twist to all of those, or is that out of bounds?
It's not out of bounds. I mean, basically, we're making a kid show, and then Amblin Amblin feels it should be more adult, and Warner Bros. Wants to be more kids. So we're always at that like weird crossroads, and we have to walk that crossroads, and we also have to pick things that are kind of evergreen too, because there are some things in this season that are a little dated, and we call it out in the show, so you'll see it. And we got to I think moving forward, it's like finding that balance of like stuff that, yes, we can make commentary on it or make kind of digs at it, but we can't do like a whole thing all about something that might not be current later,
It's a good thing, because hopefully they're still going to be watching these and laughing at them in 40 years, just like they did with Looney Tunes,
And I mean, based on these episodes that I've seen so far, I think that's absolutely going to be the case. Thank you all very much. It's an honor meeting you.
Oh,
congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Keep
Alex.
watching. We'll see you at the water tower.